Hey, what's up, Lightbolt Joe here. Today we are going to discuss Saw 2, starring Tobin Bell as Jigsaw, Shawnee Smith as Amanda. Eric Knudsen is introduced as the character of Daniel in this movie. He's in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. He's in Scream 4. I love Eric Knudsen. He doesn't really do that much, but he's a great actor, and just knowing that he's in these three films just makes it ever more so entertaining. Now, Donnie Wahlberg plays the character of Eric Matthews, Detective Eric Matthews. He's introduced in this movie. Eric's character of Eric's character of Daniel is the son of Mark Wahlberg's character of Detective Eric Matthews. So this movie is, we know Jigsaw is Jigsaw. The media and the press have this, decided that is what his name is going to be. I don't really know his name is. I mean, yes, we know his name is John Kramer, but it's slightly discussed in this film, not so much. So, the detectives, Eric Matthews and company, were introduced to Detective Kerry. We're introduced to Kerry's other partner, whose name I forget, but they're important moving forward for the other films. And we start off with a Jigsaw murder scene where a guy had this giant Venus flytrap smacked into his face, basically with nails. He's dead. But we see in a video that Jigsaw comes, he puts a key behind the guy's eye, and the guy has to cut the eye slit to get the key out to unlock the trap. That's how the movie starts. On the ceiling, when the detectives finally arrive to the scene, it says, "Look closer, Detective Matthews," right? So it's a calling card to Eric Matthews. So why is Eric Matthews now the focal point of the next Jigsaw games? So by the time the team locate where Jigsaw is, they have the place surrounded. It turns out a game's already been started. That there's a group of people, according to these video monitors, that are in a house. There's a poison that's been pumped through the circulation of the air vents. It's decrepit. It's a decrepit house. It's condemned. And there's 8 of them, something like that start out. Amanda happens to be a part of it. Daniel happens to be a part of it as well. So Jigsaw says to Eric, "Listen, sit down with me and discuss things, and when the timer runs out, you'll find that your son is in a safe and secure location." Eric Matthews is hot-headed, and it turns out he is the officer who framed all of the people that Daniel is stuck in this house with for crimes that they obviously didn't commit. But that's what they all have in common, Detective Eric Matthews, whether he's the actual father of Daniel or the, framing officer of the other victims, basically. So they all have their different trials and stuff, and it's, he said, she said, and people are trying to get the antidote because they only have 3 hours till they all die from the poison. So Eric's hot-headed, and he winds up, beating the shit out of Tobin Bell's character of John Kramer's Jigsaw. Jigsaw agrees to take Eric to the house, but while this is happening, Detective Kerry and company are trying to figure out where the stream is coming from. So then they finally locate where the stream is coming from. So then Kerry's partner and a SWAT team go to the house to see the stream, but it turns out it's the wrong house, and that the stream is not a stream. It's just a stream of what happened already, because the guy literally presses the button and it's paused. And they're like, "Oh no, it's not live." But Eric Matthews is at the correct house just hours after all this stuff happens. So eventually, as the story progresses, he follows trails of where Amanda and Daniel, the last two standing, wound up in the basement of this decrepit house, which houses the bathroom that was featured in the first Saw. Mind blown. All the things coming together. So Amanda is waiting for Eric Matthews in the bathtub where Adam woke up in the very first movie, in the very first minute of the very first movie, in a pig-masked Jigsaw robe costume, right? She administers a sedative to Eric. She chains him up, and she says, she's now going to be continuing the work of Jigsaw. So she is now, in fact, the new Jigsaw. She is not, a victim anymore. She is thankful that she got a second chance at life. Therefore, she is continuing on the games. Daniel, the entire time, because this happened in the past, was found in a safe, literally next to the desk where Jigsaw was first, guns drawn to when the detectives came to, take him down, because Jigsaw said, "You will find your son in a safe and secure location. And he's literally in the safe to the left of the desk the entire time. Wow. I'm telling you, now remember, me and my dad and my brother, we saw 1, 2, and 3 back to back for the very first time. Immediately. And all three of us were like, no, could not believe it. Right, Billy? Right. Okay. It was so good. So, yeah. Saw 2, another mind blown of connecting all the pieces together. And now we're going to go on to number 3. Stay tuned. Mucho mahalo.